Welcome. I'm Richard Hosnout, your host for Wisdom Inspired Life podcast, which is available on all the places you can see podcasts, and this Wisdom Inspired Life YouTube channel. Great to have you with us. As you know, I'm on a mission, and I hope you'll join me. The mission, as I've shared with you before, is to inspire people worldwide. We're already doing that with the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast with listeners in over 70 countries, but inspiring people to be more highly caring and compassionate. Why? Well, for a couple of reasons. We got a lot of challenges, got a lot of needs in this world that can benefit from greater caring and compassion. Compassion is relieving the suffering, it's solving problems. Okay? And as a result of that, you'll achieve greater personal happiness because when you serve the needs of others, you achieve higher levels of happiness, a lot higher levels of happiness than when you selfishly serve your own needs. Okay, so, and I'll talk about that more in another episode down the line from my popular book, Ultimate Happiness. Okay, that's what this is about. And I've covered a lot of stuff already. Episode 2, we talked about what is wisdom, and then I talked about servant leadership, asking that critical question to be caring about how can I help you today? And then the next episode talked about, now that you got an answer to that question, what are you supposed to do with it? And that's called empathetic listening and the skills of listening to learn that I shared with you. And then the episode previous to this introduced you to some thoughts on spirituality, critical, tightly tied to wisdom. And today we get to a great core capability in all of this, and that is meditation. So, having said that, these are brief episodes, and this will be a brief introduction of meditation. What you see in front of us is, and because I wanted to put a popular culture definition of meditation here as a starting point, and this I copied from Wikipedia's definition. Meditation is a practice where an individual uses a technique, such as mindfulness, very good, focusing the mind on a particular object, we'll talk that, thought or activity to train attention and awareness, and achieve a mentally clear and emotional calm and stable state. Yeah, that's part of what it is. You'll learn more that it's even more powerful than that. And then the last paragraph talks about the great personal and medical benefits from meditation. If you want to research this, just Google the medical benefits of meditation. It's awesome. It reverses heart disease without surgery, and that's been confirmed and double confirmed. Started at Stanford and a bunch of other things. Meditation is a powerful, powerful practice. Spiritually and helping us being more caring and compassionate, it's right at the heart of all this. Okay? So, I told you what meditation is to a certain extent. Here's what it's not, and a lot of people are confused about what meditation is. And sometimes you'll hear the word, or a guided meditation. Meditation is not listening to somebody talk to you and think about this and think about that and go here and go there. That is not meditation. It is a guided contemplation. And guided contemplations can be wonderful, but it's not meditation, okay? So don't think I'm listening to somebody who's telling me a story and thinking about this, that I'm meditating. You're not, okay? Chanting is not meditation, although it can have specific spiritual benefits. But here's the key. If done with tonal precision, if you want spiritual benefits from it, that's what's required. Also, some people think meditation is just sitting and listening to various kinds of music and Zen music and water streams and New Age sort of stuff. All of that can be very pleasant, it can be calming, it can be rewarding, but it's not meditation. And you don't meditate with those sounds, okay? So that's what meditation is not. So what is meditation? I love this quote from my beloved guru, as you know, Paramahansa Yogananda. Meditation is concentration to know God. And if you only knew how intense that concentration needs to be, don't take the word concentration lightly. This is the kind of like the big challenge of meditation, concentrating. Okay? Meditation is concentration, and when you do that really well, over a long period of time, you will know God. Okay? And the concentration methods all have the same goal of way of simply and calmly focusing your mind. Okay? So whenever your mind wants to wander off at what's called the monkey mind, oh my God, I forgot to do this. I better stop meditating and put it on the list. Or, oh my God, boy, am I upset what that person talked about. That's the monkey mind. You sit there in peace and quiet, and your mind goes everywhere except concentrating. There's three basic, broadly taught forms of concentrating when you sit in meditation. No one of these is specifically better or worse than any other. You just need to determine which one works best for you. And I urge people that I help with meditation to say, practice each of the three that I'm going to share with you in just a moment for a week at a time. And at the end of that, kind of say, hey, which one of these works best for me? They all have the same purpose, to help you concentrate on something so that the monkey mind doesn't take over. Okay, so the first one is paying attention to the breath. This is probably the most popular method used in the world. I don't have a lot of facts to back that up, but it's out there. What is paying attention to the breath? Well, when you're sitting in meditation, you just concentrate on feeling the air going into your nose and coming out of your nose. That's one way to do it. The other one is concentrating on your chest as it expands when you breathe in and contracts when you breathe out. Okay? Just focus on your breath. And that sounds easy until it isn't, until the monkey mind jumps in. The second one is focusing on a mantra that you say silently. Okay? And sometimes there are some traditions that say there's a special mantra for this or that, and then there may or may not be. I've never found the great specialness. I basically urge people, if they want to choose a mantra, choose a word that's sacred to you. Okay? It can be God, it can be Jesus, it can be any word that is really sacred to you. I'm not going to define sacred as personal, but just sacred, okay, for you. And you just silently say to yourself, God. You're hearing me say it, but you're saying it internally. God out. God. Just feel the energy of God when you silently say it. There's great power in words. They have energy. That's why a mantra can be good. The third method is a point of attention, usually a chakra. A chakra are the points of energy along the cerebral spinal cortex, where the astral channel runs. You can listen to the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast and learn more about that if you want. And often the point of concentration is the point between the eyebrows, the sixth chakra. And just rolling your eyes closed, rolling your eyes up and kind of looking out through that point between your eyebrows up there. Okay, and just concentrating on that point. That's something I do as a part of what my meditation is today. So those are the three ways of paying attention. You probably want to re-listen to this and make sure you got it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. They all have the same purpose, namely a way of concentrating to quiet the mind. Okay. Your posture, you want to be comfortably straight spine, bent over, bent back. It blocks the energy up and down the channel, the spinal channel. Shoulders back a bit and head level. Okay. Pretty simple stuff to describe. Far more challenging to do effectively, as you will discover. Okay? So here are a few more important insights. If you think meditation is a quick fix, I'm going to meditate this week and I'm going to be enlightened. Not going to happen. Okay? This meditation is somewhat akin to water running over a rock in a stream, and it gradually makes it smooth. And the word gradually is critical here. Okay? When I started meditating, for some reason that I don't fully understand, but I knew it inwardly, I started meditating 15 minutes in the morning. But I made the decision that I was going to meditate for the rest of my life. And that's exactly what I've been doing for decades. Okay? So it requires a commitment to daily practice. Commitment. To me, it's the most important thing I do every day. Yes, the most important thing I do every day. Why? Because it's concentration to know God. And I don't know if there's anything, for me, there's nothing more important than knowing God. Okay? Often people start doing 15 or 20 minutes a day. That can grow gradually to 30 minutes, 40 minutes over extended periods of time. Months later, you can increase the amount of time you want to do it, and eventually maybe you get up to an hour every day, and then you can dedicate one day to a longer practice. If you're meditating 15 minutes a day, then maybe on Saturday or Sunday you meditate for 30 minutes, for example. Okay, one day you do a little bit longer. Morning is usually the best time for people because the world hasn't jumped in and started all of its activities before the rush of daily activities happen, which end up churning the mind and making it difficult to focus. Okay, so some insights for your consideration here. Please understand the following. Meditation gradually opens pathways to greater peace, love, and compassion, and knowing God. Okay, gradually. Okay, please, if you're expecting fast changes, fast benefits, immediate changes in your life from this, then you're setting expectations that are only setting yourself up for failure in most cases, vast majority of cases. Okay? Again, back to commitment. The deeper and longer you practice, the faster you can access your intuition again, which is the voice of your soul. We talked about that in the wisdom episode. Here's an important one, and we'll talk more about this in some later episodes, but on a metaphysical level, what you're doing with meditation is changing your energy profile from one that is often erratic and maybe even disturbing vibrations, energy that's in your body, to one that is more fundamentally calm and even unshakable. We are beings of energy. Meditation is one of the benefits of it is it changes the energy profile, the energy makeup in your body to that energy that is calmer, more peaceful, all coming back to the mission here of being caring and compassionate. Boy, does meditation help you get there. Again, commitment, the process is simple. How you sit is simple. What you focus on is simple. Concentrating, you'll discover. Don't get upset with yourself. Just be patient. When your mind goes off to someplace else, gently bring it back to your point of focus, whether it's your breath, a mantra or a chakra, or whatever it is that you're doing. Gently bring it back. And when it wanders off again, gently bring it back and just repeat the process. For me, meditation is the absolute hardest thing I do every day. By that I mean having pure, perfect concentration. It gradually, over decades, has been able to develop that for periods of time. But that makes it the most challenging and important thing that I do every day. So again, a brief introduction into meditation, and as always, if you want to know more about the whole thing I'm trying to do with the mission of Wisdom Inspired Life, you can go to mywisdominspiredlife.com. There's also a button on the homepage where you can go and listen to all the Wisdom Inspired Life podcasts. It's probably the best player for listening to all those episodes that I got out there. There's probably 300 or plus more, a lot of them. A lot of content already there and a lot more coming. You can also learn about my books and a brief bio about myself. I'm on a mission to try and help myself and help others. Together, we become more caring and compassionate human beings to deal with the challenges and needs that our home, planet Earth, has in whatever ways that are right for each one of us individually and collectively. I greatly appreciate your time. I greatly appreciate your being part of the journey, certainly today and hopefully longer term. I look forward to reconnecting with you soon, and until then, thank you very much.